Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode. And per usual, I've got some stuff to show you. Yeah, this should be a pretty decent one. Should be pretty interesting. We got a bunch of MiniGT, a bunch of new MiniGT. That is pretty cool. Yeah. All right, so MiniGT, definitely. So if I could say I have two favorite brands, it's going to be Auto World and MiniGT. I'm telling you that right now. Tomica Limited Vintage is great too. Love them. But dang, these MiniGT are just really cool for the price you pay for them. So anyway, I got three models. So we got the 911 GT2. This is going to be the third version of this tooling I've got. I've got a white one and a silver one, and now I've got a yellow one. And if they release one in whatever color, I'll probably end up picking it up because I'm a sucker for that casting. It's fantastic. BMW M4, got it in blue already, but now we've got it in red. Okay. And the Skyline Gtr, we had it in a sort of racing livery, and now we got it in kind of a civilian silver. So we'll check that out as well. The Nismo S-Tune silver. So we'll check that out. And then the Land Rover Defender, which we already had in kind of rally stuff. Now we get it in beach, light blue with a surfboard on top. So that will be excellent to take a look at as well. Just excited for MiniGT, man. Everything. I need to get one of the car carriers. I gotta just do it. I gotta get one. The last one they came out with was in yellow. I wasn't really a big fan of that. The first one was in blue. We'll see what they release next. If they release one in black, I think that's what I want. Or in white even. Black or white. I would probably, that's going to be when I finally foot the bill and get that. Those are not cheap though. All right. Anyway, yeah. I, on a whim, kind of ordered a couple cars from 3000 Toys. And I ended up ordering the last of what they had was this 2020 Ford Explorer ST with spare tires from Hobby Shop Series 9, and they sent me the Green Machine. So I asked my buddy Diecast because I don't care for the Green Machine. I'm like, hey, can I, because I did an unboxing for him on a Hobby Shop Series 9, and we're going to get to this case in a second. I did a case unboxing. Go check out my Greenlight playlist. It's there. On that one, he got the regular car, which is this right here. And this is what I wanted. I didn't want this Green Machine. So I'm like, hey, can I trade you this for the regular? And he's like, well, I'll do you one better. I'm going to go ahead and order you a case because, well, I guess, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched that video, go watch it right now. Okay, if you have watched it, I pulled a Green Machine in that one, and it was the, I think it was the white Chevy Nova. So he needed to replace that Green Machine with a regular Chevy Nova anyway. So he's like, give me the Nova out of the case I get for you, and you can keep all the cars in the case if you give me the Nova and this Green Machine. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds awesome. There's a couple other cars I want from this case. So decided to do that. And we're going to open it right here. We're going to do just a quick unboxing right now because I've already done an unboxing of this. We're not going to talk about these cars. We're just going to go Green Machine hunting. Let's see what we find. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. You never know if you're going to get a greenie in here. And I'll show you the cars that I really wanted. Okay, so for one, okay, we got a regular one. Awesome. So I wanted this car. So fantastic. I am glad to have it. This is another one I was, ooh, whoops. This is another one I was interested in getting, right here. This Jeep Jeepster with surfboards, so glad to have that and add that to the collection. There was a lot of cool cars in this release. Okay, so here's the Nova, and it's a really nice one. I just have versions of this casting, so I wasn't really interested in getting this one, but now there you go, Diecast. You got your regular Nova, and you got your Green Machine. So we scored there. It would have been hilarious if I would have pulled this as a Green Machine or that Nova as a Green Machine out of this case. That would have been counterproductive, but oh well. And then the Chevy Capri Classic with Women in Dress. This is another one I wanted from the case. That's fantastic. So add that to my collection. And then the 53 Studebaker Commander with a vintage gas pump. This one I wasn't terribly interested in, but I wouldn't mind adding it. It looks nice. I like the casting, and it looks really nice in yellow. So that's a keeper. We'll keep that one. And then lastly, no greenie on this one, and I'm glad. This is the 1992 Ford Crown Victoria LX with man in suit. So no green machine in this box. But we got this one too. This is another one I was interested in. So absolutely fantastic. The one I was mostly interested in was this one, and I'm really glad to have finally gotten it. We might open it up in the next segment. We might not. I usually save all this Greenlight stuff for 10 Car Tuesday. He also ordered me one of these a while back. This Hot Pursuit. 1995 Ford Bronco. So every once in a while he throws cars in his 3,000 Toys orders and sends them to me. So this was one of the ones because he knew I wanted it. So I really appreciate that, bud. And then here's a couple of the other cars I ordered with my order. This was this Ram Promaster USPS. I wanted to check out this tooling. This is a new tooling. This is in the Route Runner series. I decided to go with the USPS one. They had a UPS one. I'm trying to think of what else was in there. They had a UPS one, a police one. I don't know what the other ones were. Anyway, I just wanted one example of this tooling, and I figured I'd get the USPS one. So that's what I got. We'll open this one actually because I want to see what this tooling looks like, and I haven't seen it yet. So we'll go ahead and pop that open. And then I got these two Volkswagen, one Volkswagen Rabbit and one Golf GTI. These are from Club VW Series 11. I did an unboxing on this series. That was another Diecast box a while back, and these two really impressed me in there. So I decided I needed them for myself. So I already have, like, I don't know, 4 versions of this tooling. But man, do these ones look good. So, yeah, I picked them up. All right. Probably won't look at those, though, in the second segment. We're probably just going to do, for Greenlight, just that Promaster. Because we got some other stuff. And we got that MiniGT to look at. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. I did find some stuff in stores. And what I found was basic cars. Basic Matchbox, mostly. I found 2 different cases. 2 different case assortments. So, and I don't know what case assortment they are, so I can't really answer, but here's 3 of them. I got the 2018 Dodge Charger, the 2016 Ford Interceptor Utility, and the 2015 Jaguar F-Type Coupe. Okay, pretty cool. Got the 2018 Jeep Wrangler, the Jeep Wrangler with a roll bar, the Jurassic Park one, and let's see here, a Renault Kangoo. Grab those. Guys, Matchbox is killing it. 1962 Volkswagen Beetle. This is goofy in that colorway, but whatever. I picked it up. And then I think these are from the most recent case. A couple of those might have been too, but the Levs, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Lev C TX Taxi. I think that's like a London taxi kind of thing. The 1970 Plymouth Cuda and a Mercedes-Benz S123 wagon. I think these are from the most recent case. And then I got the 48 Willys Jeepster and the 56 Aston Martin DBR1, which that DBR1 is super cool. And maybe we'll open that DBR1. We might open a couple of these Matchbox. We'll see. We'll see. All right, and then just a couple of Hot Wheels. I already had one of these. I think I opened it up in the last episode, but I'll probably hoard this just a little bit because it's a Firebird, and it's a cool one. I don't know if you watched my Free the Piece Friday episode from yesterday, but that was an interesting Firebird as well. You should check that out. Weird brand, Road Champs. Similar year to this Firebird. This one's much better, though. All right, so there's that. That's for the hoard. And then found a regular 69 Chevy pickup, not the Super Treasure Hunt, but this is the Super in this case. M case, I believe it is. Found the regular. And then found the Lamborghini Urus This is definitely the best Hot Wheels version. We just saw this, a really amazing version come from MiniGT. So now I have the Hot Wheels, and that's pretty cool. They both came out in the same color. Interesting. And then just this 52 Hudson Hornet in purple. Grab that as well. And that's it. That's all I found for new Hot Wheels. I didn't find much. Again, I don't hunt much anymore. I used to hunt a lot. If you go back to the early Diecast weekly episodes, it's a lot of hunting and a lot of finding chases and stuff. Just don't do it anymore. Just can't do it. Can't spend the time doing it. So I do stop at stores every once in a while, and sometimes I'm lucky and I find a couple of things. So, all right. Anyway, let's go ahead and flip the camera around. Let's take a look at those MiniGTs for sure, and then we'll select a couple of things here to take a peek at. So stay tuned. Okay, let's actually kick off the second half with a couple new toolings from Matchbox. I believe they're new toolings. This is the 1956 Aston Martin DBR1, and looking at copyright date, yeah, it's a brand new tooling. Okay, so I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and open it up. From the latest case of Matchbox. Really cool looking car. Appropriate color for it too. It looks just great. So I had to grab it. I actually grabbed a couple of them. I found a few of them, and I grabbed like 3 or 4. Why? Why did I do that? I don't know. I thought it was cool. You know, you may never see it again in this color, and it's the best color for it, I think. Nice heavy casting actually on this thing. So it does have a plastic base, painted green, or whatever, a green plastic base. It's not painted. And a metal body. Plastic wheels, basic wheels, but appropriate wheels for the car, or at least the best looking basic ones you probably were going to get from Matchbox. Detail up at the headlights where we like it. And a little bit of detail in the back as well. I think that's a cool $1 model, guys. And again, Matchbox just, I tell you, does a great job. They do. So I'm a fan. Just a fan. And I just think this is a sweet mainline model. So I had to grab it. I had to grab a couple others and whatever. I was excited to see it. So I don't know if you guys are into it or not, but I am, and I think it's quite cool. So there is that mainline Matchbox. We're going to stick with mainline Matchbox for just a second. Here's another one. This thing. Yeah, I don't really know anything about the actual vehicle. I don't think they ever put anything. No, they don't really put anything on the back here. Levsey. Levsey? 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 Is that Roman numeral? It could, no, it's not. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. Again, another basic Matchbox. An interesting taxi. Black cab. Looks pretty good. And, of course, you've got details where you want them. Right in the front there. Headlights, grille. Look at that. Taillights. Looking pretty darn good for a basic Matchbox. One thing, as you may or may not be able to tell by this, is the window is completely blacked out. Well, that's because there's likely no interior. I don't think there's an interior piece in this. They got to save money sometime somewhere with these productions. You know, these are mass-produced, and they are sold for $1, at least here in the U.S. They're sold for $1. And I think they do a fantastic job hitting that price point. What you get for your dollar is very nice, I think. In my opinion, it's $1, right? What does $1 get you these days? Well, it gets you a nice Matchbox car, if you can find them. So I think this is pretty cool, and I'm digging it. All right, there's that. Now we're going to kind of do an interesting segue. I think we're saving actually MiniGT for last, because we're going to blow through this stuff pretty quick until we get to MiniGT. Here's the 1948 Willys Jeepster. I decided to go ahead and open up this one, because this is how we're going to segue into Greenlight. So another basic Matchbox from that same case code, and I think this one may also be a fairly new tooling, if not a new one. Copyright date 2018, so I think, yeah, so it came out last year, I believe. What do you guys think? I think this is really good looking, and I'm not even a Jeep guy. I've said that multiple times. The color's nice, though. The details on the front are pretty nice. The details on the back are pretty nice. It does have the kind of the gray base, but I think I definitely prefer that over chrome on this model. And it looks pretty darn good, right? I think so. All right, so let's go ahead and pull out. What year was that Jeepster? It's a 1948. Well, here's a 1968 Jeep Jeepster. It doesn't look like a whole ton of it. A ton has changed from Greenlight. Just be interesting, right? This one's got some surfboard accessories here. The Hobby Shop series is an interesting series. Again, check out that unboxing video. We talk about it quite a bit more. But they always come with some sort of accessory. And this one comes with surfboards. Let's go ahead and open it up. Take a peek at it. Get the model out quick. Let's get the surfboards out. Get the packaging out of here. There you go. I guess you could put these in the back. I don't know. Not really much room for the surfboards in the back of this thing, right? But darn it if it ain't good looking for a Jeep. So there's some differences here. Of course, the model year is different. That's why the front grille and stuff is all different. But there are some similarities as well. The overall kind of shape of it is very similar. Actually, interestingly enough, the size actually isn't that off on the Matchbox. You'd think it would be, a bit smaller, a bit bigger, whatever. It's actually really close. And being that these are different probably generations of this vehicle, and I don't know a lot about Jeep, this one probably was smaller, So the Matchbox might be close to scale accurate, and I'm guessing that the Greenlight is scale accurate. At least every Greenlight that I've actually checked with a caliper and measurements of the real vehicle has been 1/64 scale or darn near it. So I'm digging this. I like this Jeep actually quite a bit. I think it's a really nice little model. You get painted details for headlights. You get painted details for taillights. You get an actual rubber tire spare that looks just like the wheels that are actually on the car, which is fantastic. Look at that, 1010 for a number. That's pretty cool too. Not that the serial number really matters. The tooling number is 174 on the Jeep Jeepster. And somebody asked me, why do you care about tooling numbers? Who cares about the tooling? Well, the reason why I care about tooling numbers is kind of because I collect by tooling number. I try to get examples of each tooling number. And that's kind of how I collect Greenlights. The only brand that I collect in that way. And I have them all logged in a spreadsheet because I'm a dork. So I care about tooling numbers. So I look at the tooling number, I say it on the video, and then when I'm upstairs typing on a spreadsheet, I can go, okay, I look back at the video. What's the tooling number? Oh, it's tooling number 174. Okay, I put that in. There you go. That's why. But that's a nice looking model. They've come with a couple different versions of this already. There's a hardtop version, which I do already have one of. And then there's this version with the top down. And I think the top down one looks a little bit better. And I think this is the best that they've come out with of this casting so far, in my opinion. And that's why I wanted it. All right, so there's that. Two little Jeeps. Next, let's take a look at quickly at the Route Master, the Promaster from Route Runners Series 1. This is a brand new tooling, and typical Greenlight fashion, right? They put out a whole series with the same tooling in it. They got some goofy ideas with marketing sometimes and how they're going to do things, but I don't foresee a ton of people ordering the cases of these to get all 6 of these cars. I don't. Maybe I'm completely 100% wrong, and people are really digging this tooling enough to go ahead and order a whole case of them to get all the different ones. But for me, just one will do. This casting actually has a plastic base. There's your tooling number, 186. Here's your licensing information and stuff. The serial number 2710. It is screwed together. It's not riveted. And yeah, plastic base, metal body. What do we get on this thing? So it looks pretty good. We've got details up here for headlights that are graphical. And we get, of course, details in the back. Full details, as Greenlight always does. And you get some side mirrors with it that look pretty decent. They look to be a separate plastic piece, so you want to kind of be careful. It seems pretty rigid, but definitely if this thing falls, that could break off. It's got the chance of that. It's not a bad van. Am I going to get a ton of these? No. Will I get any more of these? Probably not. This might be the only one that enters my collection, but I still think it's cool, and it's a welcome addition to the Greenlight collection. Greenlight does some really cool stuff. They are diorama relevant, is what I would say. You can't always have a ton of supercars in a diorama and make it look realistic, right? So if you're going to do a city scene, why wouldn't you want to have a modern mail truck, right? You know, definitely. So I think it's really cool that they do stuff like this. So this is a welcome addition to the collection. I like it. All right. Next, why am I nuts over this tooling? Why did I really want this Ford Explorer ST with spare tires? Well, it's not for the spare tires. It's for this tooling. So far, they've only released this as a police interceptor, I believe. I think this is the first one that's come out without a light bar, and it's come out in just a civilian automobile. And it's a nice tooling. So let's go ahead and open it up. And then after this, I swear we're getting to the Mini GT stuff. So if you're interested in that stuff, stay tuned. This is going to be a long episode, but hopefully it will stay entertaining. All right, so the wheels and tires, yeah, they're cool. I'm probably just going to cut this out of the plastic and save these just like this with the axles and everything until someday I find a reason to use them. Right now, I'm definitely not swapping out these black ones for these. Even though these might look better, I'm not going to do it. I'm leaving it as is, as it comes in the package. But yeah, this casting is nice. Why do I say it's nice? Well, because it is. It's metal on metal. Of course, you get the rubber tires, right? There's your stuff on the bottom here. Tooling number 176. 1492 is your serial number. And then here it is. I like it. And I like it mainly because we have inserted details up front for headlights that look pretty darn good. Get a little Ford oval logo in there. It's not super crisp, but it's still pretty nice. Explorer across the front in very, very small printing that looks actually really good. The color is great for a Ford, and the taillights are painted, but, you know, I can live with it. It would be cool if the taillights were inserted as well, but I think this is just one of those castings that they really, you know, went all out on and made it awesome. So obviously there's police versions of this. I don't know if I picked up a police version yet. I don't know if I have or not, but I definitely will. If I haven't, I'll have to check my spreadsheet. So yeah, if I haven't, I probably will pick one up. I don't know if I have or not. I'm trying to think now. Oh, I do have it. I have it on police version. It's a sheriff. I think I showed it in like an episode or two ago. Or maybe it was a 10 Car Tuesday. I don't remember. But yeah, I like this casting. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty cool. So, just one of those high-quality Greenlight castings. This one rolls like a dream, too. Wheels are on straight. Nothing wrong with it. Can't complain. Okay. Mini GT after this, I swear. All right, so 2017 Lamborghini Urus. New for 2020. Okay, so they have come out with the Urus before, but it was the Urus concept car. So this is the 2017 actual Lamborghini Urus that came out, right? The copyright date 2019. So they retooled the Urus to update it to the correct, how it's supposed to look, and then they released it now, new for 2020. The first version of the casting, I guess, was probably nice as a concept, but definitely not as cool looking as the new Toyota RAV4. No, I'm just kidding. As this. So here you go. Here's your Hot Wheels casting. And of course, I had to bring this guy out too. So this is a Mini GT. This is our segue into Mini GT, right? So, all right. I'm going to say this. I have not measured Mini GT for scale. They're made by a company, True Scale Miniatures, right? So I'm going to assume that they're probably close to 1/64 scale. Somebody else had mentioned that they might run a little bit large. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll tell you what. I'm going to find out sometime. But this is the Hot Wheels. And the Hot Wheels is smaller, for sure. Quite a bit, actually. I would say by a significant amount. You may not be able to tell. It's going to be hard for me to show this on camera. Let's see here. If I zoom out. There you go. That's a pretty decent amount. It's like a 1/4 inch. And if you blow that up by 1/64, I mean, this is quite a bit larger. But it is an SUV, so it should be large, right? I'm guessing this is fairly close to scale. What do you guys think? One of these days I'm going to get out the caliper like I've done with some Greenlights, and I'm going to measure some cars and see how close they actually are. But I would guess if it's Mini GT doing stuff, it's probably close to 1/64 scale. This is an awesome model. I know I've shown it before, but there's your Hot Wheels Mini GT comparison. Yeah, I know, this is $1, right? That's $1. This is great for what you get for $1. Absolutely great. This is great for what you get for $10. Or a little bit more, depending on where you get it from. They're both great value. And they're both excellent. So, there you go. There's my take on that. All right. So, now we're in Mini GT. The new Mini GT I picked up. Let's start, actually, with the Land Rover Defender 110. Light blue with a surfboard. We get another off-road vehicle with a surfboard. So again, I love Mini GT packaging. I'm a big fan of box packaging like this, where it's got like a little plastic insert that holds the casting in place in the box. I think that is a awesome way of doing it. And here is our Land Rover Defender with surfboards. So speaking of scale, I'm just going to tuck this box away. This thing's going on display. The box is going away, or getting put away anyway, not going away. Surfboards. Here's your Greenlight surfboards. What do you think's more scale accurate there, huh? I think we're going to be looking at surfboard scale today. Anyway, I don't know. That's interesting, though. All right, so here you go. Here's your Land Rover Defender. Ooh, it's got a trailer hitch on it. That's kind of interesting. What are you planning on, Mini GT? Are you going to come up with some trailers? Have they teased that at all? Are they coming out with trailers? Why would you put a hitch on there like that if you weren't planning on possibly adorning it with something? Interesting. All right, so inserts or headlights. You're going to get everything premium with this. There's going to be metal bodies, metal bases. You're going to have the inserted headlights. Oftentimes you'll have inserted taillights too if it warrants it. These taillights are tiny, so there's really no point. That's when they just paint them on. This is a fantastic tooling, and it was definitely a surprise to see that they were putting it out. You got the spare tire right on the thing. This is the other one I've got in the collection. It's the Camel Trophy one. This thing is just ridiculous when it comes to the amount of detail that was put into this one. Definitely, this one has a trailer hitch too. So I definitely prefer this over this, but this is darn cool too. It is very, very cool. Like, that cannot be denied, right? And just for the value, for what you get for this, I mean, this is really par with, I think, your Tomica Limited vintage stuff. Yeah, it doesn't have suspension. Big deal, you know. I think they're great. They keep impressing. They just keep impressing. They do some really cool cars too, which is just another reason to really enjoy them. All right, next up, let's look at Skyline Gtr Nismo S-Tune in silver, number 107. That's the other thing. they're serious about their licensing. They're putting holographs on their stuff so nobody rips off their stuff. A lot of times if they, you'll see it, I think, yeah, the Porsche, when we get to the Porsches, Porsche holographic. Yeah, so get serious about that stuff. All right. Nissan. Let's go ahead and open it up. Wow. Come on. Like, how can you, I don't know. You Hot Wheels JDM fans that have not graduated to the premium diecast stuff, MiniGT's got you, man. You need to at least pick one of these up. Because, okay, they roll, right? So you got some Hot Wheels familiarity with you. It's like premium Hot Wheels, metal base, metal body. And just scale accurate, I would think. And just fantastic details. Look at that. Clean details. Headlights look great. Taillights look fantastic. Defogger in the window. Man, I can't say enough good things about the brand. I am really liking what they're doing. Here is the other version of this tooling that I've got. It's more of a race version. You can see the side pipes there sticking out. A little bit different. A little different trim going on. So, and they're going to do that actually quite a bit. You're going to see that with their toolings. They're going to have, similar to the way the Greenlight does it, they have a bunch of different versions of the same kind of tooling. And yeah, they're going to be doing that as well with a bunch of theirs. You see it with the Land Rover, you see it with this thing. But man, that looks good. Yeah. Okay. Big fan. Big fan. All right. BMW. There's the first release. Let's go ahead and take a peek at number 121, the BMW M4. And what? It's actually orange. I thought this was red. Sure looks red on the package. Let's go ahead and open it up again. Official BMW licensing. That's not orange, dude. I mean, you could, whatever. I don't think it's orange. Does that look orange to you? That looks like near ultra red. I guess it's got some orange tonage to it. But man, that's a nice color. Love it. Again, fantastic details. Look at the front end of this thing. Look at the rear end of this thing. Look at this thing. Metal base again. They're screwed together. Made in China. The bases are pretty basic, but they're metal. They give it a lot of weight, and they look good. Again, these things roll. I'm going to say, definitely, if I were going to buy the real car, although blue may be more appropriate for BMW, I'd get this red. Or orange. Or whatever. That looks sharp in that color. I really like it. Okay. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. If you don't like this stuff, I don't know. I don't know what to say. All right. Porsche 911 GT2 RS in racing yellow, number 136. Now, MiniGT, I will admit, kind of got off to me to a slow start. Their first tooling, I think, was Civic. And I'm not really into that car, so it didn't really do much for me. But then it just started getting better and better. Then it was like Liberty Walk GTR, which was pretty cool. I thought they were pretty cool. But again, I'm not going to get all of them. And I got a couple of versions of it that I thought were pretty cool. And I'm like, wow, this is a really nice tooling. And then they started getting crazy. I want to say the NSX might have been next. And then when they did the McLaren Senna, that's when I was completely sold on them. That's when I became the fan that I am today. And then it just started getting better and better. They're making more and more really cool castings, such as this Porsche. And this looks good in yellow. It's got some gold rims. It looks great. I mean, it's got the inserted detail for headlights, inserted detail for taillights. We say this 1,000 times, but it's important and it's great because it's what makes premium diecast really good. You don't have the painted detail. You've got these inserted details. They give it a lot more realism. And when done well, they just really set the car off. So that looks great. This is the one I picked up shortly before in white. But I still think the best of this Porsche was the first release of it in silver. This just looks killer. If I wanted this car in real life, this would be the color I think I would get for it. It just looks fantastic. Okay, yeah. So I don't care though. I think any color they put it on, and I'll probably end up picking it up because it's just a fantastic tooling. And I'm a huge MiniGT fan, as you guys can tell. Sorry I sound like such a fanboy, but it's real. They don't provide me with these models. I'm giving you my honest opinion. And even if they did provide me with the models, hint, hint, you guys should provide me with some models. I'm just kidding. I probably would still give my real opinion. But yeah, it's, like I said, they're just, these are the newest ones here that I just picked up. We got this. And, you know, I can't afford to get them all. I don't get them all, but I get the ones I want. And yeah, I'm a fan. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. So this was a long episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I had fun making it. And like I said, check out the playlist. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you enjoy. If you're a veteran to the channel, thank you very much for the support. I really do appreciate it. And you guys have a great day.